Hi, thank you so much for joining me today. Today's video is about peeing your eyeballs out. And that's a common thing that happens when you decide to go on keto. You're stopping eating all the sugar and all the refined carbohydrates. And so you're going to start to deplete the glycogen or deplete the sugar, and your body stores your sugar in your liver, and you have about 1,700 calories of stored sugar in your body. So when you start to deplete that, it looks something like this. But what's important to know when that happens and your body is switching over, if you want more information about how all that happens, I did a video on keto adaptation, and so watch that video again. But for each glycogen molecule, each one of these things, you have 2 water molecules because you're getting rid of all the carbohydrates. And what is carbohydrates? It's carbon, and hydration, it's water, right? So your ratio is 2 to every one of these. So you start to dump a lot of water, or you start to pee a lot. Usually in the first 2 to 3 weeks, you pee a whole lot, okay? And so what happens is when you're losing a lot of water, you start to pee out things that you need, like potassium and sodium. So, and that's a part of your electrolytes. And just really quickly, electrolytes, they are what help your muscles contract and relax. And it helps with nerve innervation, the creation of nerve endings, and the signals that go in between the nerve endings so that you feel things. And so the one good thing is, okay, so the upside of that, when you're getting rid of a lot of water, if you have issues with high blood pressure, or you have issues with edema, which is water retention, so if you squeeze your leg, or if you push down on your leg or your ankle and there's a dent there, you're retaining water. Or sometimes you're just feeling bloated, you know that you're retaining water. And so it's good to be able to kind of pee those things out and get rid of that. So if you have problems with edema or high blood pressure, usually going on a healthy version of keto is good for you. But let's talk about also the side effects. So let's be fair and talk about the side effects. Since you're losing potassium and sodium, again, that deals with the electrolytes and the muscles. So you may experience some leg cramping. You may experience some heart palpitations because you need that sodium in your body to help with the electrical processes. Your heart's a muscle and has electrical impulses, and also in your cells all over your body. You have electricity, and so when the electrolytes are off, that can affect that. So some people or some doctors will say, "Oh my God, don't do keto. You're gonna end up, feeling bad and doing bad things to your body." It's just a matter of, okay, so now it's just a matter of replacing the potassium and the sodium. And you can simply do that by eating a lot of cruciferous vegetables. And I've talked about that before, and I've done a video on how to get in your 7 to 10 cups. Okay, so you know what that's all about: the broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, spinach, spring mix, bok choy, things like that. And also adding back some sea salt or Himalayan salt. That's good for you. And so it's just a matter of replacing. But if you're eating the 7 to 10 cups of vegetables, that really should help a whole lot and be able to replace and put back the proper amount of potassium that you need. We really need about 4,700 milligrams of potassium every day. So that's really the same as eating 13 bananas. That's a whole lot. But if you eat your 7 to 10 cups of veggies, that would really replace the potassium. If you sprinkle some of the sea salt or Himalayan salt on there, that really should go a long way to getting you back to having your electrolyte balance back. One good thing, because I believe that it's very important to try to do things naturally as much as possible. So a lot of people who experience high blood pressure issues or edema, they're on diuretic meds. Those are the meds that are water pills that help you pee out all this stuff. There are some diuretics that are potassium sparing, so that you're not peeing out a lot of the potassium. So that's good if you're on that. But again, if you can do it naturally, why continue to go back and forth and have your body process all of those pills and medications if you don't have to? So if there may be a way to reduce it or even get off of it that will help your blood pressure, that will help your edema, then and just realize that you're going to have to put back the potassium and the salt in the very beginning until your body becomes a lot more efficient in switching over from burning sugar to burning your own body fat, and making sure that you're getting in. That's why it is an absolute must that you have to eat your cruciferous vegetables on healthy keto, because you want to keep your electrolytes in balance. So you really get in that 7 to 10 cups, and I showed you how to do that in the other video. And if so, I'll also put a link below to it. But if you can get off these meds, because the issue with the diuretic medications is that they are known to raise insulin in your system. They make insulin go up. So if we can avoid high insulin in your system, your body having to then usually become insulin resistant, and then which usually leads to diabetes. If we can avoid all of that and do it naturally, run our bodies on more efficient, our own body fat, and get our bodies in a much healthier place in a natural way, then that's really what I would encourage you to do. So I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.